Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video will have spoilers for the 2020 graphic novel, Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. It may also include discussions and images related to sensitive subjects such as sex, violence, and drug use. If you choose to continue watching, you are accepting responsibility for that decision. Thank you, and please have a great day.
Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's having fun. And I hope the universe is treating you fairly. It's 2 weeks in a row that I've got a video done. We can take it slow, get back into the groove. Hopefully, I am hoping by the summer in the northern hemisphere, that is winter if you live in the southern hemisphere, to be doing multiple videos a week again. The last few months have just been rough, so yeah, it's going to take some time, and I'm really sorry that it happened like that. What happened was I had some deaths in the family and death of friend and burnout. Then right as I started getting back into it, I had some opportunities to experience some things that were kind of one in a lifetime. So there's that. Hopefully we can get going. But that's not why you tuned into this video. You tuned into this video because of the title, Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. For those of you that are familiar with the on-screen Gal Gadot portrayal of Wonder Woman, let me get this out of the way, mouse. And for us older folks, the Linda Carter portrayal of Wonder Woman. This portrayal of Wonder Woman is neither one of those. This is a dark book. This book I would not recommend for anyone under 16, possibly 18, depending on education, background, culture. A funny side note to this, this is that after the first Gal Gadot Wonder Woman movie was released, adults took their kids and their kids liked it. And you had a large chunk of parents that were like, oh, okay, they like this. Wonder Woman's this hero, yada, yada, yada. So they went online to buy Wonder Woman comics. This is one of the ones that popped up on Amazon. They went, okay. They looked at the art, didn't read any of the description, didn't read that it was a DC Black Label, meant for more mature audiences. So they bought it. They bought it in droves. They gave it to their 12, 13-year-old daughters. Then you got a little bit of pushback on this title because 13, 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old girls were coming up to their parents and going, Mama, why is Wonder Woman fighting Superman and destroying the Earth? Why does Batman want to kill Wonder Woman? And there was some pushback for a while after against this comic. But DC was like, look, the description on Amazon says for mature audiences, this is a black label. Do your research. Do your due diligence. Do your research. Figure it out and go. It also led to some pushback on Grant Morrison's Earth 1 Wonder Woman, which we can go into later in another video because that has a whole lot of BDSM in it. But this one, it is a stripped down story. It is a bare bones story. It is dark. It takes place sometime in the far future after a nuclear, or what the book refers to as the Great Burning. And it's assumed that it was a all-out nuclear war between the nation states of Earth. Wonder Woman was put into, or Diana was put into stasis by Batman. She's discovered and woken an untold number of years, centuries after this war. The Earth had gone to hell. It's gone to hell to the point where it makes the Fallout games look like a walk in the park. She ties in with some humans, slowly remembering what's going on, slowly remembering who she is, while she's trying to defend these people from these monsters, mutated monsters. She decides that the best thing to do with these humans is take them to Themyscira or Paradise Island, depending on when you grew up with Wonder Woman and which Wonder Woman you grew up with. And they go. And they find that these mutated creatures they were fighting were mutated Amazons. And you have that whole conflict within Diana of, do I protect these people or do I stand up with these mutated Amazons? And she has a crisis. She works through the crisis. She realizes that this is bigger than she is. So she decides that she needs to make a pilgrimage to the Fortress of Solitude, Superman's home of homes. And the whole time she's wondering that she's stronger than the average human, faster, all these things, but she doesn't have full strength. She doesn't have her full powers. And she needs to go, she figures she can go find Kal-El, aka Clark Kent, aka Superman, and find out what's going on. She gets to the Fortress of Solitude. He's dead. There's a robot, presumably built by Superman, that's endowed with some of Superman's consciousness. And he gets her up to speed that basically mankind got jealous of the Amazons And you had all-out war. Hypatia, Diana's mother, was sick and tired of man's shit. And you had this huge war. The whole time, Diana's trying to broker peace. She's like, look, this is stupid. Fucking curb your egos and let's chill the fuck out for a while. Doesn't work. The nation states decide, we're tired of these Amazons, so all your nuclear capable nations fire, center, lock on, and fire every nuke they have at the Mascara. But because in the comic book world, you have magic. A lot of them were deflected. Some of them got through. And you have pockets of radiation. Not so bad. I mean, yeah, it's bad. It's at this point in the story, we are at about Fallout level destruction. Superman shows up going, hey, look, I would have been here sooner, but I had to save, some of the missiles you deflected were headed towards Smallville. I saved my parents. I had to save my family, take care of that business. And I'm sorry. And Diana, at this point, has just lost her shit. She goes all out, super Amazonian, take off the gloves, take off the bracers, and we're going to duke this out. So Superman at first is like, look, I don't want to fight you. This is stupid. These ants that live on this planet have already showed how stupid this is. Let's just get past it. And she keeps on. And finally he's like, all right, you're not going to listen to logic. So they start duking it out. And because you have two superpowered beings throwing everything they have at each other, they glass the earth. They glass that hope. In the process, they wind up fighting in the Fortress of Solitude. Diana gets a hold of some kryptonite, crushes it up into her skin and her fist, and just basically punches out Superman's heart. Just rips that bad boy out. There's panels where he has where it's just this hole in his chest, and Diana is kind of freaking out at this point because all these feelings, all these memories rush back. Her fight with Superman was exhausting enough that basically she was on the verge of death herself. Show up one irradiated Bruce Wayne, aka Batman. He knows he's dying. He wants to take his Cape Crusader vigilante, wants to take Diana, wants to end her right there. But he knows he's going to die. He knows he's only got 2, 3, 4 days, maybe a week left before he dies. So he puts her in stasis in the Batcave to let her heal. But in doing so, he figured out he extracted a way to keep her from coming to full strength without this injection of a serum that he developed. Or in the comic, they say he extracts her strength, which I wouldn't. I really don't like the wording on that, the way it's worded, simply because Batman would have what Batman would have done, the Batman that I'm familiar with, the Batman that the detective part of the Batman would have figured out a way to mute her powers, then come up with the serum to counteract the dampening of her powers. And that's how I tend to look at it. I mean, the comic gets flowery about it, this and that. So he extrapolates this, builds it, puts it in a box, gives it to the robot, tells the robot, hey, one day she's going to return, and if she returns with a human being that you judge worthy, give them the box, explain what it is, and if they choose to restore her to full strength, that is their choice, not hers. She doesn't have a choice in it no more. She done fucked up once. I mean, he doesn't do it in that specific language, but that's, you know, if you've read Batman comics since like forever, or for me, since 1986, that's what he was thinking. So we get back to the present. The mutated Amazons have decided they're going to attack the surviving humans. You know, one last, we're gonna get, we either get completely annihilated or we're victorious. No ifs, ands, buts. So they do. They have the battles going on. Like I said, post-apocalyptic. Diana's in Fortress of Solitude. I failed to mention, and this is my fault, that she brought a couple of the humans with her. The Superman robot identifies one as being worthy. Gives the box to them. Explains the deal. They explain what's going on with the robot, or with what's going on in the world. So the robot goes, hey, you know what? We'll team up. They go through the Fortress of Solitude, basically finding anything they can use to help fight the mutated Amazons. They return. They're victorious. You have some fighting, and you had some close calls. Wonder Woman is close to death, fighting all these mutated Amazons with their mutated, Amazonian powers. The nail in the coffin is that the person that the robot gave the box to had been, at one point in the story, felt betrayed by Diana, and realizes if she dies, they're fucked. So they rally the troops. They clear a path to Diana. He shoots her with the injection. She comes around, regains full strength, wipes out, with the help of the humans, a little bit of help. They wipe out a large majority of the Amazons. In fact, Diana's mutated mom is the only one left, and she runs off to the sea. Diana tries to stop her, tries to convince her, but she takes off. That's basically where it ends. Basically, they recolonized the Mascara. And there's a whole bunch. That was a Reader's Digest version. there's a whole lot of stuff in there, a whole lot of character development that is worth reading this graphic novel. I'm just mad. I got this when it first came out in the hardback. When they compilated the 4 issues and did the hardback graphic novel. But it was only in the last 2-3 weeks that I actually got around to reading it. And I'm kind of upset with myself for not reading it sooner. It's a solid story. It is a really solid story. The artwork is, let me see, the author, Johnson's artwork is exceptional. One of the things that I love about the art is the automatopoeia is woven into the artwork. For those that don't know what automatopoeia is, it's a word when pronounced makes the sound that it represents. Words like pop, bang, swoosh. Those are examples of automatopoeia. And Spicer's ink is just the two of them work together on a title called the Extremities. And I haven't read it. I want to. After reading this, I really want to read their other collaborations. It's just awesome. The artwork is phenomenal. And even this gives me that kind of post-apocalyptic Akira vibe. Akira was an anime of my early adulthood, teenage years, late teenage, early adult. Akira, yeah. I wished I could think of when it came out right off the top of my head, but I can't. It has that feel to it, that larger than life science gone array, and it's a great story. It deals with subject matter like doing what you have to do to survive, not worrying about the right or wrong of it, survival of you, your family, your tribe, your species justifies what you do. It also deals with, especially on Diana's part, the living up to the standards that you expect other people to come up to being what you say you are going to be, to not only talk the talk but walk the walk. And Diana has to deal with it. She has to deal with alliances and stuff like that. Like I said, I just kind of hit the high points of the story. I really strongly suggest, if you enjoy Wonder Woman and you're of mature enough age, because you can be too young for this, and if you have a question, ask somebody at your local comic shop. If you have a local comic shop. Here in Huntsville we do, and the guy, I got to give credit. The guy at the local comic shop here is fairly knowledgeable, fairly unbiased. So I can't speak for other comic shops across America or the world. So yeah, ask somebody you trust. If you're under 16, probably ask somebody. Because I know people that at 14, 15 years old, extremely mature. I know 30-year-olds that are got less maturity than a spoiled 8-year-old. So, you know, it's a judgment call. But know that this is dark. It is gritty. They don't pull any punches. And enjoy. So, we'll wrap that up here. And until next time, be a good human. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?